Australia Green Clean, so I know it as a commercial cleaner, and I also know it as a wonderful customer.
Yeah.
But in your words, what does Australia Green Clean stand for? What do you guys do in the market properly?
So we're a sustainable cleaning and waste management company in the events and commercial division. So we have a very focused drive on making waste to landfill a thing of the past. So we're differentiating ourselves in the industry by being fully environmentally focused and providing a very flexible service that essentially just makes sure that our clients are not only getting a great cleaning service, but also that they're being aware of their waste management and that effect on the environment, and making them more future focused, because it does go hand in hand with cleaning.
Right, gotcha.
Yeah, so...
Because you've got some pretty outstanding places or events in South Australia. So I know you do the showgrounds.
Yes.
And you do Adelaide.
Yep.
You must have some classic stories about what goes on behind the scenes, I suppose, in those sorts of events. What happens in that? Have you got any juicy gossip for us?
Well, yes. It's funny because cleaning, you're there 24/7 essentially. So you get every behind the scenes sort of access. Some of the best stories from both of those clients actually. Adelaide at the 2018 event, so last year's event, we were heavily involved in one of their main performances, which was providing a feather extravaganza.
Oh, I remember.
Yeah.
Wow.
So it was a high ropes event, 1 hour music performance with high ropes involved, and then a ton of feathers were dropped every night out of everywhere.
so you had to go and pick up all those feathers afterwards?
So every night. So we worked out over the weekend it was 5 million feathers.
5 million feathers?
Yeah. So it was not only picking those feathers up, but we had to have a whole full-on environmental process. So we actually took all of those feathers to organic composting depot.
Brilliant.
They only open at 6 a.m. every morning, but we had to make sure they were open from 2 a.m., 3 a.m. for us during the long weekends. So it's public holidays. So our suppliers went above and beyond for us to make sure we could provide a make it happen service, because the feathers had to be gone each morning. So
you're not a chicken plucker, but you are a chicken feather picker.
Yes, we are. We're pickers. Yeah. And it was a really challenging process. It took months to work out the best way to be effective on site, and make sure we were ready to go every day at 11 a.m. And that it was a new experience for the customer every day. So
and I think so many people in South Australia, I reckon, I remember being there saying, how on earth are they going to clean these up? But there's the answer for it from there.
Yeah, it was a full 12-hour process on top of our usual requirements that we do on site. So but it was a lot of fun. It's great being challenged by clients, especially clients who are really environmentally focused.
Exactly right.
Are looking for the best outcome. So
brilliant.
It was a dream.
Well done.
So much fun.
So you look after the crowd and make sure that the crowd has got the clean environment and environment for them to be entertained and for the entertainers.
Yeah.
But what does Australia Green Clean? How do you stand out from your crowd? Because it is quite a competitive market that you're in.
Yes, it's very competitive, especially in the commercial cleaning industry. There are new competitors coming up every day. I guess our main focus is the service. One of our main little trademarks is that we make it happen. So we're available anytime. We provide account managers for all of our clients. So they've got someone on call essentially 24/7, and a lot of other companies can't provide that. And it means that we can provide answers to our clients it might be just like Adelaide, quite difficult questions, or it just might be really simple after hours that we need to look after, or there's been a flood in a building. And we're there for our clients. So whilst it seems obvious in the service industry, it's amazing that providing a good service does actually excel us in the industry.
And sometimes in the industry at large, it gets lost. So, and I like that. You just make it happen, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
So let's change it slightly. Let's talk about Charlie. Now, can I be rude? So, positively rude, I'd suggest.
Yeah.
So I would suggest that maybe you're classified as Gen Y.
Yes.
That would be something like that, I would suggest.
Yeah.
Gen Y in the business at large, I think typically gets a bit of a bad rap. they talk about, you know, all the negative connotations of Gen Y. You know, I've never heard it from a Gen Y person of what does Gen Y for you stand for? What does that look like?
I think for Gen Y, well, for me personally, it's about challenging the status quo. It's not always that you want to learn from others. And I think our generation has the wonderful flexibility to understand it's wonderful to learn from others, but also that it's okay to challenge the norms. Because we've seen ourselves being challenged through our school years with technology coming in, that you have to be flexible, but also collaboration with people and working and learning from others is really important. So I think we probably get a little bit of a bad rap that we're so flexible and so demanding that, you know, where they're changing work hours, for example, and how workplaces might be looking in the next sort of 5 to 10 years. But I think that's it's a positive thing. It's making businesses change and maybe change from such a structured environment to actually understanding that it's okay to be flexible. With flexibility you actually work harder, you work longer. I certainly work longer hours because I demand that flexibility, but I know that also that means that you are able to do things 24/7 and be around all the time. So I think our generation is just looking for that, and that comes in hand with being able to be flexible, whether that's using technology to grow your business. I think also growth now is you've got to be changing, and strategy, you know, you're always told in business that to be strategic you need to be looking to the future and how is your industry going to change and how can you learn from other industries. And I think our generation are really perfectly placed for that because we're used to the change. We're happy for change. We're not stuck in our ways that perhaps
I love that
term.
The only constant thing in our marketplace is change from there. And I can tell that you're a very proud Gen Y, so good on you.
Yes.
So Australia Green Clean, now you're a qualified lawyer.
I am.
So how comes you've turned up in a commercial cleaning company that stands for just making it happen?
Yeah, I think like a lot of my generation or generations before, you don't really know what you want to do when you come out of school. And law to me was a really great foundation. It was 5 years it was hard work academically and challenging in terms of the work you had to produce. But I loved my degree. I think it's such a great foundation. I did become a qualified lawyer. I worked in commercial law, and I think those skills are just wonderful in business. Negotiation, understanding contracts. It's provided a great foundation for me to learn and grow very quickly in my role in business. And I think having that base foundation has been great. It's also wonderful networking as well. It's so great to learn from a lot of my friends are still lawyers, so I get a lot of advice.
Fantastic.
Under table advice.
Yeah, of course. So it wasn't about
helpful.
picking up the feathers.
No.
Okay, just so we're clear.
No.
So you did mention before that technology and Gen Y are really great enablers and adopters of technology. Now you're seeing it at the coalface. What does technology mean for you in your business, and how do you work it? What does it do?
I think technology for us is the foundation of our processes and systems. So we've been able to grow quickly because of the technology that's available to us. Especially in the events industry, technology is so important for us to be able to work remotely. So when we're working in regional or Victoria, regional Northern Territory, you need to have the flexibility of technology to allow you to pretty much have a normal work day away from the office. So that's been invaluable to us, and being able to have especially a network that allows us to tap into any of our systems and processes. And it's enabled our account managers to work remotely, so much more efficiently. They're much more effective. They're able to do everything on the road, which means they're not stuck in the office and having to come back and forth all the time. So that flexibility is amazing. So for us, it's just being able to find systems that work across the company that can be challenging with events and commercial, they do have quite separate requirements. So we're constantly looking at how we can benefit as a company by relying on technology to help us grow and provide really good platforms that
Fantastic.
Perhaps we needed paper and pen before.
I think, and it's the picture that I'm painting for myself is that you're very much the office in a box. Wherever you go around the country, whether it's an event or you're going to see a customer to do a presentation, you've got to have really great mobile coverage. You've got to have really great internet connectivity for pretty much everything you do.
Yeah, absolutely. And especially when you're in a site hut, we'll find that there might be one little spot in that site hut that doesn't work.
Yes.
And you're meant to have untapped, internet, but then if you can connect to your phone, if your MacBook connects to your phone, it all just works. It makes it so much easier, and it means people aren't worrying about how they're going to be able to do their work remotely. It can all just happen, and it's not something on people's mind. It just works. Brilliant. Yeah.
Excellent. So Charlie Akyroyd, thank you so much. Australia Green Clean, and I can really tell that you're just making it happen. Good on you. Thank you.
It's been a pleasure.